Hi Total Sport, this is Keiden Joseph, karate athlete, national champion and Caribbean champion. And these are my 10 essentials. I had to say about that, just how I say it, right? Alright, so essential number 1. It's my karate gi, of course, and I wear this about almost every day, whether it's for training myself or teaching my students. I have to wear this, and this is something I use on a daily basis. I started karate when I was 7 years old. I've been doing karate for about close to 2 decades. It's a funny story. I don't really share it because, you know, it kind of shaming, but to some extent I really didn't like karate in the beginning. I like the flashiness of it in terms of like movies and, you know, the flipping and all of that. Introduced by my mother, I was not very much interested in it because it was very discipline oriented and it wasn't fun at all. After a while from kind of ducking it and trying to get away from it, my mother found out and then she was like, And from then on I was kind of forced to stay in it and I just fell in love with it afterwards. I would say probably the most memorable one would be in 2015. That would be the Curacao Open. I won a gold medal in that one. I was around 15. That was probably my third or second gold medal of that year, probably my 5th trip of the year. That trip was a big one where I had a lot of athletes and personnel from the karate union come along. I had a lot of support on that one and I had like I guess 4 to 5 fights where I won them all. It was just a real interesting experience because I had to work so hard. The beginning of the year to the end of the year, it was just like the perfect way to close off that year.
What's your training schedule and regimen like?
My training schedule, so I train every day. Wednesday is my lightest day, so I started doing judo. So I have judo on Mondays. I have karate on Tuesdays. I try to do something for, let's call it active rest or cross training. Started swimming during the pandemic. A little bit of golf actually recently, so I do that with my friends or whether it's football or something. Karate is Thursday again, karate on Friday, karate on Saturday, and then Sundays rest or I might do something to stay active. My current club is Trinidad Karate Association. My next essential is a watch. I always try to keep a watch on me, whether it's this watch or my smartwatch because I'm always training, always because of accessory. You know, I like to make sure I accessorize. Is something my mother taught me. You know, try to always have a watch on your wrist, and as a man, you should have it on your left. 1 minute. Yeah, hello? Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm doing an interview. Yeah, I'll call it back. Yeah, right. My next essential is my phone to take calls, to do business. This is like my office.
Yeah, you just buy for about 10 seconds.
Nah, I really like this song though. All right. So my next essential is music. I always need music to create a vibe. You know, music might be playing in my head when you just see me staring into the abyss. I use music in the mornings. I play different type of music, of course. So I listen to music in the mornings to get my day started. I listen to music during the day to kind of sustain energy, or whether I need some little bit of light entertainment, I'll even listen to music in the evening time when I'm looking to wind down. The top 3 I'm listening to right now is Burna Boy, of course, Rema, and Ashake. Yeah, they're my top 3. So my next essential is my spray ground backpack, right? So I use this almost every day, right? For when I go into training and I need to carry things in my bag or I just need to move around. It's a little beat up as you can see because I use it often. I need to get a new one. But why I kind of held on to this bag other than the simplistic design where you have like the mouth on one side and it's just kind of different is because this bag is very functional. I could hold a lot of stuff in this and it has a lot of pockets. Hidden pockets. It has pockets on like here. It has a pocket here. It has a pocket here. It has a pocket in the front. It has a pocket here. So it makes it very easy for me to store all of my essentials in one place and to be mobile at the same time. That's how we start. So next essential is grooming kit. So one of the other lessons I took from my mom was to always be sharp You know, try to be smelling good, try to be looking good. You look good, you feel good, you feel good, you play good. That's the saying, right? So that means like my brush, making sure that my waves looking fresh when I go by the barber, right? Making sure that my skin is moisturized and healthy, right? Making sure that my hair is healthy and I have good hair growth, you know, coconut oil, natural stuff, right? No preservatives. Making sure, you know, that I'm smelling good when I bathe and, you know, the bathroom feeling that kind of way, you're feeling fresh. Making sure that my nails are clipped, not just for personal hygiene and to make sure that I don't get, you know, dirty stuff under them, but because I train so often. Yes, so these are like some of the things I keep in my daily grooming kit.
Well, God, you just have a tree section, like, must start.
So I'd say get like a good cologne. It don't have to be expensive, but a good cologne, probably like a good brush or a good comb or something, right? Or that might even mean having a good barber as an essential. And then two, I would say probably some moisturizer. Your skin is your biggest organ. So once you take care of your skin, you should be quite fine.
Alright, you know, you said you really small, you said just have to take it serious.
That's a good question. Well, I always used to take myself serious in that regard because I'm a mom, right? So that was one of the things she would have groomed me upon, making sure that I you know, take care of myself. So it's not at some point in life, it's not like I slacked off on it. So I wouldn't say there's been a difference, but so that would mean that I've always had good, you know, good luck with the ladies. Right, so my next essential is water, a bottle of water. I always try to keep a bottle of water on me, right? Mainly because, one, I am in a people business, so I need to be talking a lot, like in this instance. And it's not good to be talking with a dry mouth or cussing mouth, right? You get things like, you know, you start to cough, it's harder for you to actually pronounce and enunciate your words. I always try to keep water on me in that case. I'm gonna take a sip one time, yeah. So my next essential is snacks. I love snacks, right? So I'm actually a fat boy at heart. So I always like to keep sweet stuff around me. So I love chocolate. I prefer chocolate, so I always try to keep a nice chocolate around. Today I choose Biscuit to represent for you guys, or I might go with some chocolate chip cookies, or maybe some chocolate cake or something, right? But when I'm not being unhealthy and cheating, right, I usually try to have a healthy snack. So this could mean a yogurt, probiotics, you know, good for your digestive system, right, gut health. And then I have some nuts, right? I chose this one because, as I say, I like sweet stuff. So I try to keep it, you know, balanced. I have your nuts, you're good for your little micronutrients, your protein, your carbs, and everything like that, right? So my next essential is book, or a book. So I always try to keep a book of some sort on me, whether that means a reading book of this one. So this is more like personal development based. This one is called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, right? So this book really teaches you on tips on how to get people to like you quickly, and how to get along with people if you have problems in that area. And this book is a journal. I try to journal as often as possible, right? Whether that's on my phone or in this book itself. I usually tend to gravitate towards this one. I'm really in my feelings, or I have something that I really need to go extensive about, or whether it's of a plan that I have or some ideas and I really need to see it on paper and read it through and everything. So my last one, or my last essential, is my tablet, right? I use this every day, whether it's I think I mainly use this for entertainment, right? So if I want to go on YouTube, watch some fights, or whether I'm watching MMA or watching MMA highlights or sports news, Undisputed, you know, Shannon Sharp and this guy Skip Bayless. Whether it's listening to music, even reading an ebook, I try to utilize this as often as possible. Most of the things I consume is sport based. So I watch Cole Does Balls from Kevin Hart. He does interviews with different athletes in America in a cold tub, so it's a real and funny environment, and of course Kevin Hart is funny, so he tries and makes it entertaining and educational.
Your best Chris Tucker impression? No.
Lee!
Yeah, that was my impression, right?
He said, Lee, I'm coming, man. Wait a minute, Lee. Thanks so much for staying tuned, and if you made it to the video, I really appreciate it. So those are my 10 essentials, the things that I use on a daily basis. I hope that you were able to learn something interesting about me and follow along on my journey for more. And make sure and look out for Total Sport. They'll be bringing a lot more sports news to you, not just on myself, but other athletes as well. So stay tuned.